Hi all, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. In today's lecture, we'll have a discussion on the sweet swan of heaven and the national poet of England, William Shakespeare. As we all know, William Shakespeare is the greatest dramatist English literature has ever seen, and he has enriched English language with his contributions, 37 dramas, 154 sonnets, and a few poems that makes his fame grow younger and younger as the world grows older and older. Now let's have a look at some of the criticisms of Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is the applause, delight, and wonder of our stage, according to Ben Jonson. According to Ben Jonson, a contemporary of Shakespeare, he is the applause, delight, and wonder of the Elizabethan stage. The next point: if we wish to know the force of human genius, we should read Shakespeare, says William Hazlitt. So if we wish to know the ability of our human mind, we should definitely read Shakespeare, says William Hazlitt. Next point. If I say that Shakespeare is the greatest of intellects, I have said all concerning him, says Thomas Carlyle. So according to Thomas Carlyle, Shakespeare was the greatest of all intellects. And there is nothing more to add about him than that statement. The next one. Reading Shakespeare appeals to the imagination and awakes in one an intellectual activity of meditation, says Charles Lamb. Charles Lamb is known as the Prince of Essays, and he says that reading Shakespeare gives wings to the imagination and it triggers our intellect, leading us to a sort of meditation, meaning that we will get completely immersed in the work. The next point: John Keats coined the term negative capability to indicate the literary genius of Shakespeare. So, negative capability is the artist's access to truth without the pressure and framework of logic or science. So, it is the artistic access to truth, disregarding reason as well as scientific facts. Shakespeare's play appealed to universal human emotions through his masterly use of language. So his plays are universal and they connect with every human being in a unique way because of his masterly use of language. It contains striking images, memorable expressions, and compelling passages. So the uniqueness of his writing lies in his ability to draw powerful images, memorable expressions, and compelling passages. Shakespeare's comprehensiveness made him unique. He deals with the entire length and breadth of human life and character in all its complexity and variety. So he deals with all aspects of human life and character, and they are very often complex and varied. Shakespeare is the greatest philosopher of human heart ever seen. These are all points that you can include in your essay. You can make your essay more attractive and effective by making use of these points. Gade compares Shakespeare's characters to watches with transparent dials. You can see the time, that is what is on the surface, but you can also see the working of their mind too. So the delineation of the characters are so perfect that the readers can even see the mind of the characters. And Gade compares Shakespeare's characters to watches with transparent dials. Shakespeare's characters are round rather than flat, says E.M. Forster. So Shakespeare's characters are round, meaning that we can see the character development in the play. They are round characters rather than flat. And Hamlet is perhaps the most complex of Shakespeare's characters. Moving on, we have the characterization of Shakespeare. Shakespeare's capital gift was certainly that he could depict characters, both historical and imaginary, with surpassing vividness. A forte of Shakespeare was that he could depict his characters, he could portray his characters with utmost clarity. This power he wielded easily, naturally, spontaneously, without ever giving an impression of effort. So, this power, the power of characterization, it occurred very natural to him without any effort. From the beginning, there is life in all his characters, but as he advanced towards maturity, his characters came to be more boldly outlined and more complex. So, from the beginning of his writing career itself, we can see that there is life in all his characters. His characters are all sound and they are all well placed right from the beginning itself. But as he advanced towards maturity, in the later periods, we could see that his characters they became more bold and they became complex. His characters differ in age, sex, state of life, virtues, and vices, but all of them are alike in being alive. So, his characters they come from different stratas of life, they differ in age, sex, in their behavior, and all, but there is one trait that is holding them all together, and that is aliveness. His characters possess life, they have vitality. His characters possess an unfailing humanity and a striking realism. So, another defining quality of his characters is that they have unfailing humanity and striking realism, as we see in Portia, Juliet, Cleopatra, Caesar, Brutus, Shylock, Falstaff, not to mention the great tragic heroes. Indeed, the catalogue is endless. Then, another element of the greatness of Shakespeare is the perfect naturalness of his dialogue. Shakespeare is a master of dramatic dialogue, and how much they can add to the realistic effect of his drama is quite evident. Shakespeare is singularly known for his dramatic dialogue and the naturalness of his dialogue. And his dialogue construction helps to make his dramas more realistic. Moving on to his writing style, he shows unrivaled powers of expression. So no one can outrun him when it comes to his writing style. There is on every occasion such a multitudinous flow of words and images from Shakespeare's mind as nothing seems able to stop. In the famous scenes of the great tragedies, Hamlet's soliloquies, the scene of the awakening of Othello's jealousy, of Lear's passionate railings, or Macbeth's hallucinations, Shakespeare's mastery of the grand style is unmistakable. So his unique writing style is evident in all these scenes. So when it comes to writing style, he is quite a genius that no one can outrun him, and he has a natural way of writing, drawing powerful images, powerful and striking images, and he is always firm with content. Shakespeare possessed in a superlative degree the faculty of compressing thought into language so memorable and so final that he is the most often quoted of all English writers. So it is his ability to convert thought into writing, convert thought into language, and in a language that is so memorable and so beautiful that he remains one of the most often quoted um, writers in English language. And that brings us to the end of this session. And as assignment, write a note on major criticisms on Shakespeare and the characterization of Shakespeare. Thank you and have a nice day.